The objectives for this lesson are to dye Easter eggs, to connect the color wheel concepts, and to use your creativity to design unique eggs.
Hey guys, Caro here again with another virtual art lesson for you guys. I have Miss Nancy here again with me. Today, we've been spending some time together. We're quarantined, so we've been spending a lot of time together, keeping each other safe, making sure we have washed our hands properly, and staying, away from everybody else. Okay, so for today's lesson, we're gonna be dyeing some Easter eggs. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the materials that you guys are gonna be needing, but before that, again, we're gonna do our stretch for the day. Okay, so stretch to your left, stretch to your right, stretch up, down, up, down, one more big one up, and down. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze, take a deep breath in, and relax. Way to go, guys. All right, we're gonna jump into our materials, okay? So we're gonna do this two different ways, depending on what you have at home. If you don't have an Easter egg dyeing kit like this one, it's okay. You can use some food coloring, okay? So we're gonna demonstrate both ways just in case you don't have that, okay? So if you don't have that, again, food coloring, you're gonna need some eggs, okay? Easter egg dyeing kit if you have one, some vinegar, some cups, so that you don't stain anything at home. I have this kit as well to dump the eggs, and it has a little dipper and tablets. This is another form that you can use, whatever you have. I have these little baking cups so that the eggs can rest and not stain anything else once they're done, and a pot. So the reason we have the pot is because we need to boil the eggs before we decorate them. So don't start decorating your eggs before, because if they fall, they're gonna crack and make a big mess. All right, so we're gonna take a few minutes to go ahead and boil your eggs. So we're gonna put some water in here. We're gonna put it up on the stove and put our eggs in, and then we'll be back to give you the guys the rest of the steps. All right, guys, I'm here in the kitchen. I have my eggs ready. I have the water boiling, so I'm going to place these in very carefully, and then once they are ready, we'll go ahead and start dyeing them. Remember, you can add as many as you like. Okay, since I'm going to show you guys a few methods, I'm going to go ahead and dye a few of them to show you. Take a few minutes and allow your eggs to boil.
All right, so the eggs are done boiling. We're gonna take them out of the water and we're gonna let them cool down before we start dyeing them.
Allow your eggs to cool.
done with our eggs. They have been cooled. Nancy and I filled up our cups with some water. I'm gonna fill this one up just a little bit more. It's missing some water. Okay, so make sure you fill your cups about 3/4 of the way, because when you dunk your eggs, you don't want it to overflow. Okay, so Miss Nancy's gonna demonstrate the first method. It's gonna be using the tablets, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to use the food coloring, okay? And I'm gonna incorporate something that we did in one of our first lessons with color mixing. So I have two primary colors here. We have our blue and our yellow, and then we'll pour them together, see what color we get, okay? So go ahead, Miss Nancy, take it away.
So there are 5 little color tablets in each bag, and we have 5 cups of water, so we're just gonna put 1 tablet in each cup of water.
Okay, before we put the tablets in, a very important step that I forgot. We have to put 1 tablespoon of vinegar in each to make sure that the color sticks onto our eggs, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and grab our vinegar that we've put aside. I'm gonna give Miss Nancy something to measure it with, and she's gonna go ahead and pour a tablespoon of vinegar into each cup. Remember, that's just to help the color stick on better. So you want some vibrant eggs, you don't want them to look very dull, unless you're going for a pastel look, and that's gonna come up later during the lesson. Depending on how light or dark you want your eggs, you're gonna time it differently. Okay, so obviously the darker you want your egg, the longer you're gonna leave it in the water, okay? Okay, so now Nancy has put in her vinegar, I'm gonna put mine, and she's gonna go ahead and start with her tablets.
So I have, again, the 5 tablets in the 5 different colors and the 5 cups of water with vinegar. So I'm just gonna grab one and put it in each, and they're gonna start dissolving right away. You can see this one is green. This one is yellow. This one is orange. And then we have a blue one, and then the last one is going to be a red. So we have to wait for these to dissolve.
Okay, so we're gonna give those a minute to dissolve in there, and while we wait for those, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with these. Okay, again, depending on how light or dark you want your color, you're gonna place some food coloring drops in. Okay, so I'm gonna put in about 10 drops, okay? So we're gonna start with our blue. Okay, I got my 10 drops in there. I'm gonna go and move on to my yellow. I'm gonna put my 10 drops of yellow in here. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mix the 2 primary colors, and then we'll see what color we get. Okay, I'm gonna put about 5 blue. I'm gonna add 5 yellow. Let's see what happens there. Okay, I have 2 extra cups, and I actually have some extra tablets, so I'm gonna go ahead and use those. Okay, so I'm gonna open this one up. Seems like I have a red here and like a purple here. Okay, so we're gonna give these a minute to dissolve. Are those ready? Not yet.
Only the green one is ready.
All right, so hang tight. We're gonna wait a few minutes for these to dissolve, and then we'll be right back. Guys, we're back and our tablets have dissolved. Miss Nancy's going to demonstrate her egg dipping with her tablets, and then I'm going to demonstrate with our food coloring. Okay?
I have a white crayon. With the white crayon, you can draw a happy face, which I will draw a little happy face on my egg.
Okay, anything that you want to reflect on your egg, you have to do it before you dip it, and try to use a white crayon. Okay, so I'm gonna do the WOW logo on mine.
I have 2 eyes and a little mouth. And I have my egg dipper here. It's like a paper clip that's been bent into shape. And I'm just going to dip it in my first color, which is blue. Oh, it's green. So I'm going to leave my egg there because the longer I leave it, the more vivid the color will be.
Okay, and I'm gonna start off with this side. I'm gonna start off with my blue. I'm gonna dip it in there. I want it pretty bright, so I'm gonna leave it in there for a few minutes. Okay, so we'll see you guys soon.
Allow your eggs to absorb the color.
Guys, we're back. I'm gonna go ahead and dip another egg. So I'm gonna take out my blue, see how it's looking. Okay, and I'm gonna let it set and dry in our cupcake liner. That way I don't get anything dirty. Set it to the side. All right, my next one is going to be yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my egg and dip it in there. And then Miss Nancy's gonna go ahead and show you her egg that she had a design on.
I took it out of the green food coloring and I'm going to show you how it looks. With the white crayon, I drew the happy face, and that is the way my egg looks now. So I'm going to go put it on the cupcake paper so that we don't get anything dirty and it can dry.
Okay, I want my yellow one to be a little bit lighter, so I'm not going to leave it in as long. I'm going to actually take it out now. And then I'm going to demonstrate to you guys in this one our surprise color, the color that we got when we mixed our 2 primary colors. So let's see if you guessed it right. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into this one. And I'm going to grab the egg that I drew our WOW logo on. Okay, and then while this dumps in here, Miss Nancy's going to go on to her next egg.
So for my next egg, I want to mix 2 of my colors. The red tablet we used kind of came out to be a pink color, so I'm going to use some of this pink color, and then I'm going to mix it with the one next to it, which is like a blue color, and we're going to see what color we get. So with the pink and the blue, we made a violet, a dark purple color, and I'm just going to dip my next egg into this color.
Okay, so again, jumping back to one of our first lessons, remember when we mixed 2 primary colors, even though pink was not a primary color, it's very similar to red. She was able to achieve a secondary color, which is purple. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go into our mystery die so that you guys can see the egg that we got. Okay, if you guessed green, you were correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up close to the camera so you can see our WOW egg. How cool is that? All right, Miss Nancy's gonna continue with her eggs. I think she has a few more colors left. So I'm gonna go ahead and dye my eggs at the same time. I'm gonna put in 2. I'm gonna put 1 egg to this one. Okay, and I mixed 2 tablets in there. I'm not sure what colors they are. I just pulled 2 out of there to see what surprise color we get. Right now it's looking like a purplish color, so we'll see when it comes out, and I'm gonna put one into night orange. She's also gonna demonstrate how to do a two-toned egg. So if you don't want your egg the same color the whole way around, you can also double dip. So you can do one side, one color, and then flip it and do the other side.
I'm gonna grab one of my eggs and I'm gonna put it on the dipper, and I'm going to put half of it in the yellow, and I'm just gonna hold it until I get the yellow that I want. So I'm just gonna dip half of the egg and wait for a little bit so that it grabs the yellow color. And while we wait for that, I'm trying to think what color I can dip the other half. The purple egg is still sitting in our mix that we did with the pink and the blue. And I'm just gonna wait a couple more moments for the yellow to dye the egg.
Okay, and while she does that, I'm going ahead and drawing some swirls into another egg so that I can dip it as well. I'm gonna try the same method of double dipping. Let's see what I get out of that. All right, so I'm gonna do half blue. I'm gonna set it in here for a minute. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over into our yellow. I'm gonna leave it light just for the purpose of this demonstration, so we're not waiting too long. And then I'll show you guys the finished product up close. Okay, so I'm gonna dip it the other way, wait a few seconds, and then I'll take it out.
So this is my egg. Right now it's half yellow and half white. You can leave it like this if you want some white on your eggs, or you can flip it on your dipper and then dip the other half into another color. I'm gonna dip it into orange so that it's half yellow and half orange, because I really like the sun, and yellow and orange remind me of the sun.
Okay, and remember guys, that also brings you back to our lesson of our color wheel. So those colors are actually considered warm colors, and that's awesome that she brought it up. That reminds her of that. So remember, we talked about what those things remind us of. So the warm colors tend to remind people of the summer, of being outside, of sunlight, and they bring about emotions of happiness and joy. So that's pretty cool that she was able to incorporate that. I'm going to show you guys my egg with the swirls on it. Okay, so it's half blue and half yellow. Okay, and another method that we can use to decorate our eggs is to add stickers onto it. So maybe you don't have any at home, but if you do, like these that I have here, you can grab one of the eggs. I'm gonna actually pull out the orange one that I had sitting in there. I'm gonna give it a minute to dry, and then I'll go ahead and add my sticker to it.
This is our little sunshine egg. It's half yellow and half orange. This just reminds us of being outside, especially since everyone's staying inside. It's a nice egg to have around.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a word that is getting me through these tough times that we're at home. So we have a lot of inspirational ones here. We have live, we have hope, smile, peace, dream, laugh, believe, imagine, wish, inspire, faith, and love. Okay, and the one that's sticking out to me the most right now is probably faith. So we have to keep our faith that everybody's gonna be safe and they're gonna stay healthy, and that soon we'll be back together and we'll be able to see each other in person. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that sticker down on my egg, and I'll show it to you guys in person. All right, and then I believe Miss Nancy has only one egg left.
Yes.
To show you guys.
I took out the one that we put in the purple mixture that we made, and the color kind of has like a tie-dye. It's some of it is pink and some parts of it are like a light purple, and it's because we used two different tablets. If you can see here, it's got like pink over here and then purple, and some of the eggs did kind of crack when we were boiling them, and those little lines are extra dark, so it looks like a really cool kind of like a dinosaur egg.
All right, guys, we hope you had fun and that you enjoyed this activity. We hope you have a really nice Easter with your family, and as always, we wish you well. We're gonna go ahead and put some of our eggs inside of these egg displays so you guys can see them. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Now it's your turn. Take the next 10 minutes to try and attempt this lesson on your own.